Hi there. Have you ever heard the expression Rome wasn't built in a day? Well, neither is a great wardrobe. What do I mean? Well, stay tuned. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm Liz Kleba from Closet Play Image, where we're all about bright ideas for your style and your wardrobe. So Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a great wardrobe. And reality TV doesn't want you to believe that, because they want you to watch somebody get a makeover in an hour, right? But because we want what we want it now, we want it delivered, right? I want what I want it now, and I want it delivered. Oh, and I want it for cheap. And it doesn't work that way. A wardrobe is not just something that happens when you go to a store and drop a wad of cash or, your credit card. A wardrobe is something that happens over time. It accumulates and it ebbs and it flows. So rather than thinking of a closet as something static, which often we do, because when we open the door, obviously the clothes are not, hopefully your clothes aren't moving around in there. But we don't think of a wardrobe as something, I almost say organic, because it grows and it shrinks and it changes and it evolves over time. Some things will stay with you for years and years, and other things will come and go very quickly. Maybe it's a trend, maybe it's something you thought you liked, maybe it was something you bought and you discovered you didn't like at all, right? But what happens is we don't think about building our wardrobes over time, and we can get very impatient. We're like, oh, well, I want this outfit. Well, that's fine. Buy an outfit. That works really well. But how does that outfit go with the other things in your closet? And eventually, maybe the pants from that outfit will disappear, but the top will stay with you, and it will continue to grow and change with you as time goes on. So I would challenge you to share with me, because I would love to know, do you see a wardrobe as something that is built slowly over time? Or have you kind of fallen into this, oh, it should all work together thing? A great example of this is when I transitioned from my dark hair color from coloring my hair to letting my hair go light. And that was more than 10 years ago. But that change precipitated a huge change in my wardrobe, because all of a sudden the colors that worked for me when my hair was dark no longer worked as well for me once my hair was light. The colors that I relied on and that were my standbys were now too dark and too harsh or too bright. I needed colors that better reflected the coloring I was living in. And so the same thing happens in our closet. Now, mine went rather quickly because I stopped coloring my hair and then I cut it short so that transition was really quick. And that shift was a little painful, but I also knew well enough to take it in my stride. And so if I bought something in my new colors, I let something else in my old colors go. Or as something in my old colors was wearing out or needing replacing, I made sure to look for it in my new colors. So those kind of transitions, the same transitions apply to our lives. So maybe you're entering the workforce after, as you're empty nesting. Maybe you're changing jobs. Maybe you're walking away from the workforce. Those changes in our life that end up reflected in our wardrobe later do not happen overnight. There's no reason to oh, I have to get rid of all of this, or oh, I need a whole brand new wardrobe. Those transitions need to happen in a more, like I said, a more organic and a more realistic kind of manner. Just all the hand waving. Sorry about that. So, just some thoughts for the day. Where do you feel you are with your wardrobe? Are you in a wardrobe happy place? Are you in a place where you feel like you're kind of in a transition from one kind of wardrobe to another, whether that's changing of lifestyle or changing of your coloring? It could be changing of your abilities. There's lots of different reasons that our wardrobes grow and change and adapt and evolve with us. A lot of times it's just our personality, because as we get older, we grow and change. There's a fallacy. I can't remember the name of the fallacy, but it has to do with change. We often underestimate how much we will change in the next 5 or 10 years. That's just our human nature. We think we are static. We assume stasis is the norm, and it's not. If I look back 5 years, how much have I changed? If I look back 10 years, how much have I changed? I changed dramatically in those 10 years. So who's to say I'm not going to change equally dramatically in the next 10? That fallacy is a fierce one. And so when we buy things, we often are buying for the person we were a few years ago because we're still stuck in that mindset, or we're buying for who we are now, which is fine because we need to garb this person, right? This person needs clothes, but we're often not thinking about who we may be growing into. So the best wardrobes, and the ones that I love the most, and the ones that I try and help my clients create, are ones that honor the person in the past, work for the person in the present, and help grow into the person in the future. And that's a lot to ask from your clothes, but there's no reason not to. You spend a lot of money on your wardrobe. It's a tool. We've talked about that part before in another blog or in another video. Your wardrobe is a tool, and it needs to work for you, and it needs to express you. And that's another piece of the equation as well. And that's another video that'll be coming up. And I'll do a little linky thing here eventually I'll backlink it whenever I get there. But it's something to think about, that wardrobes are not static and they don't happen overnight. The best wardrobes happen over time, and they have things that are old and things that are new, and they're all worn in combination. So let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. This is YouTube, you know how it works. Do the whole like and subscribe thing. It's good for me. It's good for the channel. It helps me out. Makes the algorithm happy. You know how that all goes. So thank you so much for your time, spending a little bit of it with me today, because your time is valuable, and any of it you spend with me is a gift. Again, thanks. I'm Liz Kleba from Closet Play Image. You can find out more on the blog. That's closetplay.biz, closetplay.biz. Biz rhymes with Liz. I'm Liz Kleba. Stay safe and sound, sane, and stylish. Because of course you